You are not a nice person. You have a bad heart. You are not kind. How can you rebuke me? How can you rebuke me? Just because I did something wrong, you end up rebuking me? Yes, sorry, guys. That's the notion, the wrong perception that at times we develop, at times we entertain in our lives. But my point right now is rebuke is not bad. Rebuke is good. If love is the force behind that, if love compels someone to rebuke you, it's good and you should enjoy that. You should thank them because they have taken the step to rebuke you. I also struggle with rebuke. It's not easy to bear. It's really hard because it means you're going to leave some ways of life and start other disciplines, okay, to be that kind of a person, and it's never easy. But it remains to be, as believers, we ought to rebuke each other. Whenever you see me doing something wrong, please rebuke me. When I see you doing something wrong, I will rebuke you. That's it. Yes, that is it. But that's not in the Bible. Okay, let's look at the story of Peter and Jesus. I'll use that as an example for our lesson today. In Matthew chapter 16, read from 13. It talks about, Jesus asks his disciples, "Who do men say I am?" And his disciples respond to him by telling him, people say that you are John the Baptist. Others say you are Elijah. Others say you are Jeremiah. And also others say you're monk or you're one of the prophets. So that's what people say I am. Okay, what do you say I am? And Peter raises up and says, you are the Christ. Wow. Peter, you know him, Jesus is the Christ. And of course here Jesus responds by exhorting Simon Peter. He tells him, you know what? Flesh and blood has not revealed this to you, but my Father in heaven has revealed this to you. And because of that, you know what, Peter, you're going to be the foundation, the rock on which I'm going to build my church. Okay? So in short, Jesus encourages Peter. Jesus is impressed. Jesus is impressed by Peter for what he has said. Yeah, the point is not the encouragement. The lesson is not the encouragement. The lesson today is a rebuke. So we are not yet there. Hold on with me. So goes ahead. So Jesus tells them the purpose or the reason as to why he came to earth. And he tells them, I've come so that I may, build my kingdom. That I may, what else? What else? You want to say? Okay. That I may suffer and later die, then resurrect on the third day. And here Peter comes, hey, you cannot die. You are the Christ. No way, you're not going to die. I am going to be there with you. No. And wait for the response that Jesus gives. Jesus becomes, he responds to Jesus harshly with very harsh words. Get behind me, Satan. Those are the words that Jesus responds to Peter. He rebukes him there just immediately. He doesn't wait. And we can see from this, Jesus had a purpose. He had a purpose that he needed to accomplish. And at this time, he didn't need anyone, to stop that mission, because that mission was so important. Even for us today, it was a way to the cross and a way that we could earn our salvation. It was a way that we could restore, or a way that our relationship with God could be restored. And it was a very, very important mission. And at this time, we see Peter coming against that. And of course, he receives a rebuke from Jesus. This rebuke, imagine being rebuked by Jesus. Think about it. All the time you're complaining when the youth leader or your leader in the praise and worship or whatever ministry or ushering, whenever they rebuke you, you're so bitter. You feel bad because them or your pastor, imagine being rebuked by Jesus himself. So this is what Peter feels at this time, and I believe it wasn't easy, but he knew Jesus loved him, and I believe that is what pushed him ahead, even to go on and live the kind of life that he lived and become a great man, a great father of faith, that even we remember him today, and we learn even to emulate his faith, his courage, his boldness in preaching the gospel even to the Gentiles. So rebuke is not sin. Rebuke is not a bad thing. Rebuke is a good thing. It helps me and you become better. Maybe another reference I can give is 2 Timothy chapter 3 verse 16. All scripture is God inspired and profitable for doctrine, for reproof, rebuke. Okay? So the scripture is used to rebuke us. Whenever we do things wrong, we are rebuked by the scriptures. So we have to be, receptive to rebuke. We have to cultivate a discipline, a lifestyle that, we are open to criticism. Criticism, that word can disturb. Criticism. We need to be such kind of people. Okay? So, be encouraged. Be that kind of a Christian. Be that kind of a disciple who will be receptive to criticism, who will criticize other people with love, who will show people the way with love, and that they will walk back to Christ. Criticizing isn't there to make people feel bad about themselves. Okay, it's not used to make people feel unworthy, but it's simply to raise people back to their feet, to make them walk right with God. Walk right with God. So be receptive to criticism and be a person that will extend criticism to the people around you. Okay, so thanks for watching this, and be encouraged to live as a mature disciple of Christ. Thanks again for watching. Bye.